Time. I am Szu-Moy, and if you are with us for the first time, we are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, chatting with real people doing real things extraordinarily. And this week, I get to chat with my beautiful and super talented friend, Stephanie. Hello.
Hello, Sue. You are so beautiful too. Oh, I love you.
Mwah. Love you too. I'm like freaking out, right? I'm not freaking out, but it was such a crazy mess just to get here. So I'm drinking water today, you guys. Happy Friday, water.
I have Sprite, but it's in a wine glass, so it just looks fancy.
It looks fancy, but that's good. I mean, any libation, any drink, it doesn't matter for me. I think I need to hydrate, so that maybe was like the lesson or the backstory here is that I needed to hydrate. So water, water for
Water
me,
is
and maybe
healthy.
yeah, maybe something a little bit later. But
I'm
so
not a big
crazy.
wine drinker these days. I don't know what it is about venturing into 40 or maybe just being fully immersed in business and also
Hmm.
having a toddler, but it just doesn't, it's not as that exciting to me anymore.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah. No,
happy
I
with a
hear
wine
you.
glass and Sprite.
Gotcha, gotcha. Well, I don't mind. I don't mind a cocktail or a libation. I do love my wine, and I do like to wind down with some wine. So that's my feel good, happy Friday, TJIF
Yeah.
time for me. So if you guys are joining us for the first time again, and you haven't gone over to my YouTube channel, please do and hit the subscribe button and the bell to get all the latest content as soon as it is uploaded. We are talking with Stephanie Eiland, and we are talking all things about makeup and the art of makeup and the creativity that goes behind it and all that stuff. So, just so that folks can get acquainted with you, Stephanie, can you give us a little bit about yourself, a little bit of background and whatnot?
Sure. For hair and makeup, I've been in the industry for about 18 years. I have three children, 27 or 18, and an almost 4 year old. I had to think about that for a minute. There's such a big gap there. He's about to be four. So I'm a mother of three.
Hmm.
And I do a lot of different things, but hair and makeup is something that I've paved a way to open doors for other opportunities. And so it's something I've been doing for probably the majority of my life. I'm very proud of that work that I put in and all the experiences that I've gotten with it too.
Yeah, a mom of three. So let me ask you that question. So between 18 and four, how is that?
Yeah.
How
Well,
is that?
slightly
Because
crazy.
yeah. So is it like restarting all over again?
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Really?
This time with helpers, built in
Hmm.
helpers.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's been
Yeah,
really
yeah.
nice. But
That's
this time
awesome.
around, it's just a different experience for me too. The first time it was with two daughters, and they're close in age, and so this is my little boy. So it's just a little different experience, and I'm kind of a different mom too. It's still the same me, but just more practical, less toys. Just do things a little differently with him, and he's definitely spoiled because he's kind of like an only child, even though he's not,
Hmm.
because of his older sisters as well. He just gets everything that he wants. He's the little king in our house.
Well, yeah, boy, mom, baby boy, I get it. I get
Yeah.
it. So tell us how and when you got into the makeup business, make hair and makeup
So,
business.
well, I went into cosmetology school about 18 years ago. And then after that, I had a short stint at a few salons, which was okay. It was an experience, but I learned really quickly that it wasn't for me in particular. I love the industry, and I love the fact that with that sort of license, it was an umbrella for a lot of different opportunities for me. But I didn't really like the environment in the salons. It was a little cutthroat, a little competitive, and lack of change. You get often different clients, but
Mhm.
your environment stays the same. And for me, I think I've just learned that about myself, that I need a lot of different environmental changes, my atmosphere changing on different jobs,
Mhm.
to keep me interested, to keep me excited and challenged. So right after leaving K Charles and Company, I started my own salon. And I had a little salon on Broadway, which I loved, but I was also running pageants at the time. So I was a director of the Miss San Antonio Galaxy pageant, not Galaxy, I'm sorry, American Beauty pageant. which I got a lot of experience with that because my mother owned or started her own national pageant. So there was all kinds of hair and makeup and beauty needs. So just one door after the other just started opening for me. I started meeting and networking with a lot of people in the event industry as well. And I really learned very quickly the need for freelance hair and makeup artists. There's always people getting ready for galas or photo shoots, and there's music videos and fashion shows. So that was my door of opening, my environment and the challenge of staying excited in what I was doing and what I was bringing to the table. So yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
hope
you
I
don't
answered the question.
yeah, yes, no, you absolutely did. And it's interesting too because you're talking about, the creative side of things and it's basically innovation that you were looking
Hmm.
for. You wanted that, where's the innovation in all of these
Exactly.
salons and the business and I'm not seeing it. So when people don't see that, what do? They go off and say, well, I'm gonna put it in place instead.
Yes.
So in
Well,
true
and I was
entrepreneur
first
style.
inspired to get my cosmetology license by the lady who was cutting my hair at the time. And it was at a Toni and Guy salon, and she was edgy and it was cool there. I looked up to her. I had just had my second daughter. I was kind of going through a
Mhm,
frumpy stage, and I just liked her energy, and I loved how I felt after I left from there. And that to me just made me feel like I want to be able to give that to other people. I'm pretty
mhm,
creative. I like art, but I also liked really making people feel good about themselves. So I wanted to share in that. I just
mhm,
didn't realize afterwards that the salon that I chose first it was a great experience. It just wasn't for me, and it opened the
mhm,
doors for me, trying to see what else this industry could offer me.
mhm.
It's been pretty exciting.
Yeah, and again, if you don't see it, then you can actually put it into place and into motion, so that's
Right.
beautiful. So
Well, and
you've
in
not
cosmetology school,
mhm,
they don't teach you all the different opportunities. They teach you
mm,
about the salon environment. They teach you how to get your license, get past
mhm,
state board, do your sanitations. They don't teach you a lot of the creative part of it and a lot of the other opportunities that are out there
mhm,
that you can utilize with that license. So I've just always been that type of person to go out and need more and search for
mhm,
more, challenge myself. So when things started opening up and I started seeing, wow, I could have teams doing hair and makeup for
mm,
weddings and
mhm.
fashion shows, it was just exciting. And so I just dove myself into that.
I love it. And so you haven't only been creating amazing looks, but again, let's talk a little bit about your mentorship and mentoring others on the craft and why it's really important to share this skill set with others.
Well, for many reasons. One being, I've always been one to try to treat people the way I'd want to be treated. And like I said at the beginning, I didn't really have that guidance on what are my options. It was just immediately like, you get your license, you go into a salon. And so I really wanted to pave the way for others and share that. It also helped me at a time in my life where I was I was a full-time mom. And so it enabled me to have flexibility in my schedule and be the full-time mom while still doing something I was proud of and bringing in somewhat of an income. And then that just
Mhm,
built over time into being an actual career. And I have seen, throughout the years, many women, and there's a lot of men in our industry as well, but there's a lot of women who are stay-at-home moms looking for something on the side that they can feel like they're doing something else other than just being a mom, which nothing wrong with being a mom. First and
mhm,
foremost, that's an amazing job right there. But sometimes we just need a little something for ourselves to feel like we're contributing and get ourselves dressed up. And doing hair and makeup kind of forces you to care about how you present yourself too, because you're gifting others by enhancing them.
mhm,
So I don't know. I think it just raised the bar for me, and just it's just always given me back as much as I've given to it. So, helping mentor other women and teach them how to build their kit and teach them that there's a ton of other art companies out there that do hair and makeup and offer the same thing. It. I just feel like it's what we should do for each other. We
mhm.
should help each other enhance. So we're doing that with the makeup. We should bring that into all aspects of anything in our life, and that's how I roll. So it's just something
Yeah.
I've kind of carried with me. It also helps me to feel
Mhm,
good that I'm helping others. I mean, it shouldn't be competitive. You should only be competing with yourself. There's so many clients out there, and the bigger my team has grown, the
Mhm.
more friends I've grown in the industry as well. And the network gets stronger, and the standard of the freelance hair and makeup industry just grows. And there's
Mhm.
value there, instead of us always undercutting each other or being competitive or knocking each other down. Like, it simply doesn't make sense to put yourself in an industry where you are enhancing somebody on an emotional level, not just on a physical level, because
Mhm.
I've turned people into the mirror before and they've literally bawled because they felt so beautiful. So
Yeah.
being able to give them that, it just wouldn't feel right to also be undercutting people's sisters in my industry, people that I really care about. And they deserve that chance too. And they deserve, to feel like that we have each other's backs. We care
Mhm.
about each other. So you don't get that guidance. We in cosmetology school, they teach a little bit about makeup, but they really don't teach you what should be in your kit and for the types of different makeup styles that we're doing.
Mhm.
They don't teach anything about that, how to get a job in the freelance industry. So, it just feels like it's a necessary need within our system. If not, we have a lot of people who are kind of enthusiasts,
Mhm.
and doesn't mean that they don't have talent or capability, but they may not really have all the general knowledge of skin tones and textures and all these other things that are important to know, that and knowing general knowledge about the skin itself. So you're not
Mhm.
just slapping makeup on because it looks pretty or it's trending. You should be
Mhm.
aware of the chemicals that are in the products that you're using, and if somebody has rosacea or more mature skin, these are important things. So an
Mhm.
enthusiast, unless they're actually, constantly throwing themselves into that, they may not be getting that knowledge, and they may not be getting the knowledge of what's in products, and just be building a kit based off of what influencers are saying it should be in
Mhm.
your kit. So I
Mhm.
just feel like it's just a necessity to keep the standard of our industry at a certain level, and also create friends and bonds, though they have my back and they know I've got theirs. That's
Mhm.
important to me.
And so
That
how
was
many how
long.
many how many folks, and you're good. No, this is all good. It's all good stuff. How many folks are on your team?
Oh, wow. Well, I have a core group, about 5 girls,
Mhm.
and that is interchanged throughout the years because I'm that type of person to not hold anybody hostage.
Mhm.
There's not a, I mean, I can keep people busy, but we're in a gig economy. So I don't want that pressure of feeling like I need to make sure that this person is getting this amount of,
Mhm.
a week. So I also help and share in the industry by allowing people to get to know other girls that are also doing what I'm doing. So that means that my group is always changing.
Mhm.
But my
Mhm.
network is huge. And I'd say that if I needed 20 hair and makeup artists or
Mhm.
50 hair and makeup artists, I can source them because I've been good to them and they're my friends, and
Mhm.
we have each other's back. So, and I
Yeah,
know they're
mentor
dependable and they're good at
leadership.
what they do.
Yeah, and that
Say
mentor and
that.
leadership role, that's where you get a lot of those long-lasting relationships. So yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Fabulous. So creating this network and team of people that basically gives folks like a one-stop shop to hair and makeup. Can you walk us through how it actually all comes together for a specific event? Say there's a wedding, say there's a fashion show. How do you pull all of that together?
So for a wedding, if I have a coordinator reach out to me or a bride reach out to me, they'll generally ask for pricing and stuff like that. So we send that over first. And then once the ball gets rolling, to do scheduling, I basically find out the logistics. How many hair and makeup do you need? How many heads are there? What is our timeline? What time is the photographer showing up? And then I start counting backwards on what time can we start and what time do we have to be done by. Always
Mhm.
try to give us about 45-minute window in between there, just in case. And at that point, I decide how many people I'm going to need to
Mhm.
fill that event. If it's a fashion show, then we usually collaborate with the director, the stylist, and multiple other people for the production, find out what the concept is. And then, like the last one that we did that you got to be a part of, which was fun. It was a little different. We got to
Mhm.
I got to allow the ladies, or sorry, all the hair and makeup artists just to
Mhm.
be free and create and have it as an outlet. But typically we usually have a one or two or three different looks that we're going for.
Mhm.
And so it's just assembling the team, making sure that, they can do what it is that they're asking of, because some, skills and abilities are different. Some people only like hair, some people only like makeup, some
Mhm.
people don't really, they're not very comfortable with special effects or anything like that. They just like glam. So just knowing your team and setting the right people in for that is important. But that's how that goes. It's always creative chaos until from concept to creation it comes together, and then it's
Yeah, yeah.
beautiful.
Yes, it is, it is, and I have to give you props, and I think I did that shout out from before. Um, Done fashion shows before, been in your chair multiple times, been in other people's chairs multiple times, and I was so just blown away by how everything went. It was not chaos, as you say.
Yeah.
I've been there. I've been back where it was chaos, and I've been back there where it didn't go off like timely. I mean, you guys
Yes.
had everything done so fast. It blew my mind because I've sat for photo shoots for well longer in a
Yeah.
chair than I did in the chair for the show, and everything went off beautifully. And that goes that's major props to you as far as like, direction.
That was
If the person
fun.
at the top, yeah, but if the person at the top has their stuff together and it's lined up, it's going to go really, really well. And I always say that. I'm like, we're
Definitely.
only as good as our best leader. And so if the one at the top who's directing everything and is making sure that, I's are dotted and the T's are crossed, which was you for that, with your team of folks, it just collectively it just went so smooth, and I thought that was fabulous because I've never seen it like that before. It's always been chaos, like really creative
Yeah.
chaos, beautiful creative chaos, but definitely
Yeah.
chaotic.
Sometimes the chaos is fun and
Yeah.
an exciting rush, but
Mhm.
I think a lot of it had to do with picking the team and
Mhm.
including the models, like the stylists that were in charge of the wardrobe and the production part of it were
Mhm.
so beautiful and so easy to work with. Their
Yes.
style is awesome. It just flowed really well. We just had a lot of good energy there, and then
Mhm.
being able to give everybody the opportunity, as far as the other hair and makeup artists, and just to be able to be creative and no
Mhm.
boundaries. I think that would, helped them to just, I don't know, just blow it out the water because it's an opportunity. And that's how I try to
Mhm.
present things too. I'd like to look at a lot of things as opportunities. You never know what doors are going to open. And when
Mhm.
I tried to place each model with the certain hair and makeup artist, I wanted to try to pick somebody that they hadn't particularly worked with already,
Mhm.
somebody who might be a challenge for them, and then also knowing their, where their strengths are,
Mhm.
and placing them with the right person. Like Josh, that mohawk was amazing on you. Josh did an
Was
amazing
so
job. And
much
I love
fun.
that.
Yes.
I get so excited
Mhm.
seeing people create and lifting them up and letting everybody know, like, we're on the same team here.
Mhm. Yeah, it was super
So,
fun. So eclectic, something I've not done. Um, I mean, I've done shoots to something similar, but not like that, not like that. And
yeah,
like I said, not as fast because
yeah.
again, I've sat in a chair for photo shoots, not even a full-on show with multiple people and multiple things going on at once, and it took a lot longer. So,
Though, that there was a little difference in this one too. Typically, we don't get to meet the models. It's
mhm,
the day of when we get there. We just know what the overall look is that we're
mhm,
supposed to do, the
mhm,
timeline, and maybe we know the wardrobe. Sometimes we don't even know the wardrobe. This
mhm,
time, all the hair and makeup artists got to know what the wardrobe was going to be, who their model was going to be, and they got to study you guys through images. So,
yes,
but
yeah,
if you're a professional and you're looking for an opportunity, then
mhm,
that's enough. So I think they had a little bit more time frame to kind of process so that it could go smoothly. But then
mhm,
also all the models are just so rad. Every single one there was mature.
mhm.
Everyone just brought such great energy that I just think that that in itself made for an awesome experience altogether. I was very
Yeah,
proud of
yeah.
how that went down.
I agree.
It's
I
a lot
agree.
of fun. And you rock
100%.
when you walk down that catwalk, girl. It was so awesome to see you with the mohawk because it's like another, like an alter ego. And
Oh
that's
yeah.
another fun thing about creating hair and makeup looks
Hmm.
is sometimes we do get to give someone that permission
Hmm.
to just be in costume or be somebody who they really are, but maybe they just don't feel like they don't know how to do those looks, or they
Hmm.
just wouldn't do it on a normal basis. So if you're sitting there and you're a model, sometimes it's just so much fun just to let go and let be and create and then rock that out. Like
Hmm.
I love seeing that happen.
Yes, it was fabulous. I had a blast. I mean, I worked with you where you painted my whole entire head silver.
I know that one was so much fun too. I feel like there was a couple other models there that maybe
Mhm.
had like safety pins attached to their face or something. I had a couple of people even tell me afterwards, we went to a McDonald's
Mhm.
drive-through
Mhm.
and still had our faces
And
done.
they were like, "What is that? What is going on?"
But that's
Yeah.
exciting. So many people love Halloween, and we shouldn't feel like
Mhm.
we, only have one day to dress up and be silly
Yeah.
or dive
Or do
into
whatever.
those different feelings. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, I love it.
Live
I
a
love it.
little.
Exactly. So, speaking of time and time frames, so how long would it typically take for you to create a specific look? And I know it's very different between
Mm.
fashion show, photo shoot, wedding, pageant, but like a ballpark, how long would it
For
roughly take?
like a general soft glam makeup, I
Hmm.
could do it in about 30 minutes, 45 if I'm being really detailed. I like
Hmm.
to take my time. And I
Hmm.
work with a lot of artists that really, they're so quick. And I think I just really love pampering people and making
Hmm.
them feel special. So I tend to take a little bit longer just to get to know you. And also, a lot of times when I'm getting people ready, right afterwards, they're either going to be going on stage, walking a
Hmm.
runway, walking down an aisle,
Hmm.
something that holds a little bit of anxiety, not necessarily bad anxiety, but if I'm one of the last people that you're going to see before you do that, it's important for me to ha- allow you to be present in that moment, to really enjoy it, to not feel rushed. Some
Hmm.
of that anxiety and like adrenaline rush is exciting for fashion shows and stuff, but for the most part, I feel like brides want to sit there and they want you to spend a full hour on their
Hmm.
makeup or an hour and a half. They want to know that they feel beautiful and that it's going to last all day, and that somebody was being attentive to them in that
Hmm.
moment. And what we do is a luxury service. So yeah, I could whip it together in 15 minutes if I needed to. But I would generally say 45 minutes to an hour
Hmm.
is pretty decent. That's pretty average.
Gotcha.
Unless it's
Awesome.
special effects, and that's a whole nother.
Yes. Yeah, that's some pre-planning. Potentially,
Yes.
Josh was like, "This is what I made yesterday for you," and I was like, "What?" So cool. So,
That's so exciting to me too, though.
yeah, that was so awesome. So, okay, so if folks want to book you for creative services, how do they get in touch with you?
You can reach me at Stephanie at pineapplehouseplatforms.com, or pineapplehouse_beauty
Mhm.
is my Instagram, or you can text me. I am definitely open to text messaging.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know, should I say my phone number?
Well, we could
Like,
put so definitely through Instagram. So you've got your Instagram handle for Pineapple House Beauty, right?
yes. Yeah. An
And then
Instagram handle, pineapplehouse_beauty. If you go to
okay.
Pineapple House Platforms, we have
Hmm.
a website, Pineapple House Platforms.
Hmm.
There's lots of different avenues, but if you want to directly just for the beauty platform,
Hmm.
Pineapple House_beauty.
Awesome. So we'll make sure that we put this once we're done here, we'll put it in
Cool.
the feed so that people can at least have that information to get in touch with you to get your services. So,
Yeah.
but
And also, maybe not if you're a client, but if you
mhm,
are into doing hair and makeup and want to know more about it, you just got your license and you're considering maybe joining a team and getting into
mhm.
the industry, we reach out to me.
Yeah. Well, obviously you have a good full-rounded set of folks that are just amazing and super talented. So yeah.
Oh, thank you.
That would
I
be
love
great. But
them.
I appreciate you coming on and chatting with me. It's always great to see you. So thank you so much for coming on. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
You too. Thank you for having me, Sue. Until the next time, we got to think of another good concept.
Oh yeah. Oh
Just to have
yeah.
a reason. We just need a reason.
Absolutely, absolutely. Oh my goodness. So, like I like to do with all of my guests before I let you go, before I let you leave, I like to do a just for fun speed round. So, are you ready?
Say that one more time.
I like to do a just for fun speed round. Are you ready?
Okay, let's
You
do it.
ready? All right. So, what are your favorite color or colors?
Ooh, I love teal with a splash of glitter.
Ooh, glitter like silver, like rose, like gold.
I say more metallic than glitter because glitter gets messy and once it's there.
It's forever. It kind of is. It's like plastic. It's forever.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
It
Glitter
really
has its
is.
place.
Yes. All right. The best part about creating art on people.
Wow. Two parts of that. One is from concept to creation and bringing the whole thing to fruition,
Mhm.
and the collaborative part of it, working with other individuals to create art. Is by far one of my favorite things, but the other would be just simply the benefits of turning somebody into the mirror and seeing that you made their day and lifted their self-esteem or made them feel fabulous. That has given me a lot back to my self-esteem and my soul.
Awesome. I love
Yeah.
it. Okay. Do you like to do hair or makeup better? Which one?
I like to do the whole thing. I got to finish. No, I don't know. That's a hard one because I love doing lots of different creative hairstyles and
Mhm.
fun things with that. But I don't know. I guess I can't really say which one I like more. I love them both equally and for different reasons.
Gotcha. All right. So, the tool that you cannot work or live without,
Hmm.
because
So
every artist has
recently,
their favorite tool.
I know. And I'm going to say that I don't have a favorite tool because I have, yes. And this is because in the last few months I've had some like brain farts and ended up going to work and not even bringing my brushes.
Mhm.
So the last one, this doesn't happen often. So I'll just refer with that first. But to show how much of a pro I am, I had a photo shoot just recently, and it was a whole concept that the photographer was hiring me to do.
Mhm.
And I only had one angled sponge brush. I had my makeup, but I only
Mhm.
had that. So I mean, I had to do a cut crease. I had to do all this look with. She had like speckles on, all kinds of fun stuff. But
Mhm.
at first, I was like, oh gosh, what did I do? I don't. But you just improvise. So I
Mhm.
can't really say like I could do makeup with my fingers. I think, yeah, like
Yeah,
we can
yeah.
make it. I don't need a tool. But I will say that there's a product that I am obsessed with, and I think that every person needs, male, female, whatever, it doesn't
Mhm.
matter. Snail gel. This is a product that is so underground, but is so amazing. It's actual snail secretion.
Ugh,
That
ugh.
I'll send you the link. I'll send you the link. You will love it.
She's gonna add it
I
to the feed.
Every week when I use this on people, they
Mhm.
always reach out to me
Mhm.
afterwards and ask me for the link. It's $10. It
Mhm.
lasts forever. It's a natural humectant. They use it in burn units to help
Mhm.
repair the skin. It's got hyaluronic acid and aloe vera in it. It feels like
Mhm.
a glass of water for the skin. And
Hmm.
I like this product in replacement of primers that have silicone in them, and it,
Okay.
it just for people with rosacea or different skin issues, or they're drinking alcohol or anything like that for a party, it just helps to really hydrate the skin and keep the makeup looking even better and feeling nice too. So
Ah, okay. Well, we'll put that in the
I'll send you
feed.
the link so you
We
can add
may,
it.
yeah. Well,
And I don't get anything from that, so
yeah,
it's a
yeah,
good
yeah,
product because
yeah.
I'm telling you
I'll have
that.
to. We'll have to do another one where I'm like, okay, we're trying this. How do I do this?
Yeah, just slather it on, girl. It literally feels, I mean, I don't know that it feels like snail secretion, but it feels like cool gel on the face. It's wonderful. And you can put
Awesome.
it on
Whew.
over your makeup too. Not with
Oh,
liquid makeups, but cream
hmm.
makeup. It won't
Okay.
won't budge and just hydrates the
Wow.
face a little bit more.
Yeah, folks know about me and snails and slugs, so it's kind of that's a hard one for me. So we'll see.
I want to know. I want you to get it and let me know how you feel about it. Everybody loves this product. Anybody I use
Okay.
it on.
Okay.
I even have some photographer. One photographer in particular had gotten a sunburn on his head, on his scalp,
Hmm.
and I was working on a client in his studio, and he was like, "Hey, give me some of that stuff." And the
Hmm.
next day he texted me. He was like, "I need a link. My sunburn is completely gone."
Oh,
Like,
wow.
yeah, I'm telling
Wow.
you, get
Okay.
it. You need it.
Okay. Need this in my life. I need it in my life.
It's
That's
armor
hilarious.
up, girl. Your skin will thank me.
Definitely. Well, awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on again. We'll put all of your information in the feed. And for those of us that are, headed out for the weekend or doing something fun, enjoy. And until next time, we'll see you next week.
Yes. Bye, guys. Bye,
Take
Sue.
care.